Back when I was finishing college, I worked weekends as an overnight stalker at Walmart to help pay off my student loans. The shifts were brutal. Usually 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. The upside was I rarely had to deal with customers. Most of my job involved unloading deliveries, stocking shelves, and organizing inventory after the store closed. But one night in July of 2015 changed the way I looked at those empty stores forever. I still remember the exact date. July 9th. Around the middle of my shift, I was stocking shelves in electronics when I noticed someone walk past the end of the aisle out of the corner of my eye. Normally that wouldn't matter. Except there were only 3 employees working that night. Me, Tyler, and Marcus. And we were all wearing bright blue staff shirts. The person I saw was dressed entirely in black. I immediately walked to the end of the aisle and peeked around the corner. Nobody. I called out Tyler and Marcus's names, but neither answered. I tried brushing it off and went back to work. A few minutes later, a loud crash echoed from somewhere deeper in the store. The sound startled me badly enough that I dropped what I was holding. I ran toward the noise and found a bicycle lying on the floor in sporting goods. It had been ripped completely off the display hook. The hook itself wasn't broken. Someone would have had to physically yank the bike down. At that point I knew someone else was inside the building. I slowly walked farther toward the back aisles. Then I heard it. Laughing. Not normal laughter. This weird high-pitched wheezing sound that echoed through the store. It sounded like it came from the very next aisle over. I hurried around the corner. And froze. A man dressed completely in black stood at the far end of the aisle with his back toward me. But his head was twisted just enough so I could see half of his face staring directly at me. Then he suddenly sprinted away. Not toward me. Away. His footsteps echoed through the aisles while that horrible laughing continued somewhere in the distance. At that point, I had 2 choices. Chase him. Or find my coworkers. I chose the smarter option. As I searched the store, the laughing kept echoing around me like whoever it was kept circling nearby without letting me actually see him. Eventually I found Tyler folding clothes in women's apparel. I told him there was someone inside the store who definitely wasn't supposed to be there. We didn't even have walkie-talkies that night, so I told him to warn Marcus if he found him first. Then I made the mistake of going to the bathroom alone. The employee restroom was located near the warehouse in the back of the building. I stepped into one of the stalls and sat down. A moment later, the bathroom door creaked open. With only a few people inside the building, I casually called out. "Who's there?" No answer. Then I heard that same horrible laughter again. A shadow slowly appeared beneath the stall door. I looked toward the crack beside the stall door just as someone leaned down and stared directly at me through it. One eye. That's all I could see. Just one eye staring into the stall. Then came whispering. I couldn't understand a single word, but hearing it echo around the tiled bathroom made it 10 times worse. That's when I remembered I had Tyler's number saved in my phone. I called him instantly and practically shouted into the phone for him to get to the bathroom immediately. While I stayed on the line, the figure outside the stall slowly stepped away. Then I heard footsteps sprinting out of the bathroom. About 30 seconds later, Tyler came rushing in. He said he hadn't seen anyone on the way there. Neither of us had any idea where the man could have gone. Since there was no security working overnight, nobody could even check the cameras until morning. I stayed beside Tyler for the rest of the shift after that. The next afternoon, my manager texted me back after reviewing everything. According to him, every security camera in the store had turned to static sometime during the night. Nobody knew why. Nobody had shut them off manually. And because there was no footage proving a break-in, there wasn't much police could do. To this day, that remains the single creepiest night shift I've ever worked. And honestly, I still think about that laughing sometimes.